Joan nagayat toskane. Wakachane tigane gire. Disne wakachane tiat gane gire thwere naque. Mat gyathe. Uchire gise santa. Skarura diwagavnutna. Hi, my name is Matt. I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy that you are all here also. Bear is my clan, and Tuscarora is my nation. From 2009 to 2019, I designed all of the t-shirt designs for the annual Amaranda All West Native American 100 Basketball Classic. And in 2023, I decided to go ahead and upload all of those designs to a website and kind of revamp all the designs and then make them available online for purchase. And so each year I've kind of developed some new designs and characters and stuff, and I wanted to go ahead and talk about what I did this year. I've always been interested in sort of like comic style or manga style artwork. That's kind of the genre that I work in, indigenous pop art, I guess. And so I found a resource last year, and these artists here, Ed Piskor and Jim Rugg, operated this YouTube channel for a while, and I just found it really interesting. They went in depth into the history of comics, and I was really amazed at the different subject matter that has been covered in the genre of comics, things that you wouldn't expect. Unfortunately, Ed Piskor passed away last year, and there's a message from Ed Piskor's family here on the page, and I believe his colleague Jim Rugg still runs the website. One of the things I thought was interesting about Ed Piskor was he just made this series of comics here called Hip Hop Family Tree that shows the history of the hip hop genre of music, but in a comic book form. And so that was one of the things that he was best known for. And I thought, this is kind of cool, even though apparently someone as sophisticated as I is not supposed to be listening to this genre of music. But anyway, I started listening to, I'm sort of late in discovering, but I started listening to, where do I go here? Started listening to Sten Jadi's music, and I thought, it would be kind of interesting to, we have indigenous hip hop as well, and I thought, what if I made some, and there's a lot of overlap between like basketball culture and hip hop culture, so I thought, wouldn't it be interesting if I made some designs that reflected that? And so that is what I did this year. Well, beginning last year, I started working on the drawings, and then uploaded all of the art to, scanned it in and brought it into Photoshop, and then digitally colorized it like I did with all of the other designs before. So I'll go ahead and show some of those now. Yeah, this was the first one that I put up, and I did this drawing by hand of this eagle, and then the city skyline behind it, and the basketball hoop was all hand drawn. Brought it into Photoshop and then uploaded it, and just put Mile High here so that's a little bit more representative of the, specifically for the basketball tournament. And then I decided to do some of those like hip hop style designs like I was saying. So this was the first one I did, and again, all the characters are hand drawn and then digitally colorized. So these were a lot of fun to work on. Oh, and people liked this guy. Yeah. And I just thought, why not just do like a whole series of characters like this and make that into t-shirt and hoodie designs for the website. And don't worry, ladies, I did not leave you out. Here's one for you. Yeah, she was a lot of fun to digitally colorize after I got the inks done. Oh, this guy was fun too when I drew this character. This was the last one I did of this series. And so if we go over here to these are all individually drawn and colorized, and then I brought them all into one single file and just put them all in this like group photo together. So let's take a look at what that looks like on the website. Let's jump over here to, just go to www.allwestnative.com, and I changed this a little bit so it's easier for everyone to find stuff. I just got rid of that big banner, and so it should just take you directly to the newest stuff, to the featured items. And so yeah, so I can quick shop here, and I can either get this group, this one with them all in the group, these are the colors that are available, or I can get one of the, say, the individual character ones in the t-shirts. This would be like a full-length print going all the way down to the bottom of the shirt. And then there's also for the smaller, for the group photo, I put that on the front for the hoodie, and then for the full-length designs I put those on the back of the hoodie. And so all of these are available now. Oh yeah, and I don't know if anybody was at Denver March or went to the Round Dance, but I did this these shirts for a friend of mine for their second annual Round Dance here, so that's still up on the site as well if you didn't get one. And yeah, so yeah, so those are all available now. And when we used to set up at the tournament, what we would do is donate 20% of the sales to the All West Native American Youth Association. And so I want to do the same thing with the online sales. And part of the idea of taking the designs that I had done just specifically for this basketball tournament was to kind of like turn it into something else that could be something ongoing that wouldn't necessarily have to just be associated with the tournament, like its own like clothing brand or clothing line. And I developed all these different characters, and I thought, maybe at some point to come up with some sort of story that I could put them into. So that's all in the works. And yeah, so I just wanted to share that and say best of luck to everybody at the tournament. Nyawe hui, big thank yous for listening. And Hane Uchat, that's all.